What's it look like when brainwashed people meet free-thinking people?
We don't have the same privileges that are offered to straight white men.
Talk to me about what some of those privileges are that, straight white men have that you don't have. Talk to me about that.
I think I don't really know.
Welcome back to the JP Rex Show, my beautiful freedom-loving friend. This is where we like to call out the lies, hypocrisy, and corruption of tyrants and Satan, shine the light of awareness on woke absurdities, and highlight the amazing work of other freedom fighters. Now, one of the biggest absurdities is watching inherently intelligent people not use their intelligence. Instead, they run someone else's software on the hardware of their mind, which means they're brainwashed, they're indoctrinated, they've fallen for the propaganda, and God love them, but we gotta call it out. So what's it look like when the indoctrinated meet free-thinking people, when leftist logic meets base logic? Well, today, Backwards Hat Guy has a fun little compilation of showing different scenarios of such things happening. To me, it's both amusing and informative. So let's start with people who do their best to oppress themselves into victimization, all self-induced by the way, by accusing others of always being privileged. And what's it look like when they get called out? Let's take a look.
We're tired of straight white men having the power and everything,
Same.
We don't have the same privileges that are offered to straight white men.
Talk to me about what some of those privileges are that, straight white men have that you don't have. Talk to me about that.
I think I don't really know. Have you ever experienced like a specific...
Yeah, have you ever? Yeah, me either. Man, those bastards are privileged.
instance?
I don't know, but I also need to go.
I know, I do really need to go. I'm sorry.
Talk to me about some of the privileges that white men are awarded that you guys are not awarded.
Definitely, I guess just getting away with situations.
Could you be less specific? Getting away with situations? That's nuanced. I like it, but say more.
If I were to, I don't know, I guess, here you go.
Now, there's no question throughout history that straight white men certainly have encountered more privileges than others. Hopefully those times are gone where it's more like equality in the best sense of the term, equality. But for me, it's very amusing when someone roots themselves in I'm impressed because you have all the privileges. Cool. What are the privileges they have that you don't? Well, I'm not sure. They can definitely get away with situations. Now, this next short clip comes from an account, Date Right Stuff. This guy, I love him. He's got these short clips and it's just based logic, a lot of times sarcasm. Let's take a look at today's insight.
Has anyone noticed that if you fly the American flag, everyone knows who you're voting for?
Yeah. I've noticed. Now, let's cut to fan favorite Shaney Rich with his Man on the Street interviews, where he pulls out the best of people, whether it's the best of their being brainwashed or the best of them being based. This one's interesting. Take a look.
Trump or Biden?
Trump.
What about him being a convicted felon?
I'm a convicted felon.
You think other people could guess that?
Fuck no.
Who do you think this guy is voting for? Trump or Biden?
I'm hoping anybody I see is voting for Biden.
Nope.
You're riding with Biden?
Yeah.
Why?
He just has the same values that I stand with over Trump.
Which are?
Just LGBT issues or immigration issues.
By the way, you know how you can oftentimes judge a book by the cover and, Date Right Stuff. He was just showing you can, who someone's voting for if they fly the American flag. Oftentimes you can just look at a person and just know who they're going to vote for with a pretty high degree of accuracy. And this guy is no surprise.
I'm big for rights and open borders. That's my two biggest morals.
Yeah, I agree.
What? You think other people could guess that?
I think so.
Who do you think this guy is voting for? Trump or Biden?
Well, by the way he got on with the flowers and with the hat right there, see he got a grandma hat on, so he'll probably vote for Biden on some weird shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Why?
Because he look green, he look green. Yeah, he don't look like. I ain't he look like he'll set somebody up he look like a setup. I ain't gonna cap.
He looks green, so he's voting for Biden. He's got a grandma hat on, so he's voting for Biden. And he was right. Now, there's an age-old question we're going to get to now. What is a woman? It's one of these ancient questions what's the sound of one hand clapping? That's the sound, by the way. Does a tree that falls in the forest, no one's around, does that make a sound? No, it makes a noise. But anyway, one of those age-old questions is, what is a woman? Matt Walsh was the first scholar to put it on the map. Obviously, we haven't solved that question yet, but there's a new addition. Riley Gaines, now Riley Barker, because she got married. She is the swimmer, former best female swimmer in the collegiate world, who finished second place to Leah Thomas, the 462nd best male swimmer in the nation. So she's on the college campuses representing Turning Point USA, who I love, asking college students, what is a woman? Their answers are fascinating.
What would be your definition of the word woman?
That is a difficult question. I think it depends on one's own perspective. I think it has to do with the current, gender norms.
The definition of what a woman is has to do with the current gender norms, like physiology caters to thoughts.
As a woman.
I feel like every person has their own definition to that.
What would your definition be?
I mean, if you identify as a woman, then you're a woman.
What is a woman?
A lady someone that does not have a certain private part, I guess. I don't know.
He was getting warmer there, wasn't he? Now, this next short clip comes from Non-Lib Take on Instagram, and she's going on a rant about women, but she's a woman, so she's allowed to. I do not endorse anything that she happens to say. How could I? I'm a stupid, privileged man without opinions worth sharing. So I'm just playing her video. You be the judge of what you think.
Okay, here's what no one's willing to say about Caitlin Clark not being chosen for the U.S. Olympic basketball team. Everyone is asking, oh, how could this happen? I know exactly how it happened. It's because the biggest threat to women is other women. When men are successful, guys want to be friends with them. They'll wear their jersey. They'll get the same haircut. They might even dress like them. Men try to actually surround themselves with more successful men. But women, they don't see a popular, successful woman as someone to be friends with, someone to elevate themselves with. No. She is a target. She is to be taken down.
That's an interesting accusation that women are competitive and have insecurities that make them want to take other women down, and therefore Caitlin Clark, who's apparently a woman, even though we don't know the definition of it, and plays women's basketball, therefore she probably is a man, not being chosen for the Olympic team, even though apparently she's the best female basketball player in the country, world, I don't know, suggesting that the reason why she wasn't chosen for the Olympics is because women like to tear down other women. Okay, say more.
And in classic female form, they don't like that this new girl is getting all the attention. Also, don't even get me started on the fact that she happens to be white. We'll cross that bridge another day. You think this would be such an obvious decision, but no, silly. And I would just like to say that women who are always complaining about how men don't support women's basketball. Women don't support women's basketball. Name one girl you've ever seen wearing a WNBA jersey. And that is why we can't have nice things.
That is a good point. Men do not like the WNBA, but it's a good point. Women don't like the WNBA either, generally speaking. So, interesting insights. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an edition of Leftist Logic versus free-thinking logic, based logic. Free thinkers meet those who are indoctrinated. It's pretty interesting to see the contrast. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed this little compilation myself. Let me know what you're thinking about right now in the comments below. Are you coming from leftist logic? Are you coming from based logic? We'll know by the amount of all capital letters you use to express your emotional disgruntledness that has nothing to do with logic. Look forward to seeing those, and also actual rational thought in the comments below. And I'll see you on our next video.